Hello. We had some audio technical issues with the recording at the end, so the episode is just going to end fairly abruptly. It did something where it squished some of the audio recording that was supposed to take place over about 30 seconds into about 2 seconds. I was unable to recover the original audio, but it sounded funny enough, so I left it in. Anyway, please enjoy the episode. Hello and welcome to the Hotkeys podcast, your shortcut to various opinions on all things pop culture. This is the episode for the week of December 3rd, 2020. I am your host, David Parker, and joining me today is...
Landon Browning.
Colby Chapman.
And...
His mic's muted.
Will's mic is muted.
Wil Dobratz.
Oh, Will.
Oh my gosh.
Woohoo. Thanks for joining us this week, Will. We're all over
oh my gosh.
again, so Will had his mic muted. Anyway,
I did.
Michael is still out. He actually will probably be out for a few weeks, maybe longer.
He was
with
canceled.
with his new job, he has, I guess, extra working hours. So he will be back at some point.
That's the narrative.
We don't have a specific date. But
No confirmation.
We're trying to figure out what to do with the body.
yeah.
We
Anyway,
cannot confirm or deny anything.
so you might hear more of Colby on the show for the next few weeks. So if that gets you to stick around even longer, then great. If that makes
Please
you
don't
not want to
leave.
listen to the show,
That's fine. We understand.
let us know, and then we
I'll let
will.
ratings skyrocket.
And we'll make sure that Colby's the one that accidentally leaves his mic muted for the rest of the podcast instead of Will.
Oh, yay.
Okay.
No,
Dave's trying to
hard
silence me.
pass.
Yeah, you got to keep the new guy down, so that he doesn't get enough confidence to really open up on the show.
Well, I don't have any confidence, Dave.
Not a lot going
Ever?
on
Like
in
anything?
not a lot going on. The world is still slowly dying, I guess.
Yeah, but Trump's coming back, so he's rallying back, right?
4 more years. Well, one thing, I think this was news today. Was this news today, Will? The movies?
Yeah, the HBO Max. Yeah, this came out this morning.
Okay, yeah. So this morning, I guess it would be Warner Brothers released information that they have their movies for 2021 and the foreseeable future. They are going to release simultaneously in theaters and also on HBO Max, their new streaming platform. And Warner Bros., if you're not familiar with how many movies they make or what movies they make, they're one of the big 5 movie studios. So it's a solid chunk of the non-Disney company movies that are out every year.
I'm excited.
So
I mean, even though it means the death of theaters, that's theaters are done, right? They're gonna go away.
yeah. Well, I think the whole theater industry will be gone. There will still be theaters, but it's going to be a lot different. It's not going to be, I think, probably, the same type of releases that we have where this is where movies come out first, and then there's a certain amount of time. That already has been kind of going away for a while, but I think the theater industry as we know it will be dead. I think it will still be like a niche thing. So I'm not sure.
Probably more places like the Alamo Draft House maybe popping up, more premiere, you pay a premium.
Yeah,
sit down
yeah.
and
There's
watch.
probably going to be things that are more because it's going to be more expensive to watch movies at the theater, I'm guessing. But you will hopefully have a more exclusive kind of experience.
Keep
would be
all the
my
poor
guess.
people away.
Yeah, keep the
Wow.
which is weird because when movies first started being released in theaters, like silent films in the 10s and the 20s, the people that went were usually poor people. That was kind of like the audience of film. It was low art, and it was really inexpensive to go. People would spend very little money, and they would just watch new movies every week at the theater. So it's weird that it's kind of
Sounds dope.
that it's taken this long to kind of change the format, and it with such a major studio doing that, and especially with how hard theaters have been hit this year in particular due to the coronavirus. I could see the other studios following suit. I mean, without, kind of in the near.
My question is, how is it gonna? I don't know if I brought this up before though. How is it gonna affect? I mean, like, there's these movies that have massive budgets, and most of the money they make back is at the box office. How is that going to affect how movie budgets? Are they going to have to start going to lower budget films, or is TV going to take over again with TV shows over movies?
I don't know, because I mean, I guess my first thing is that look at some of the movies and some of the TV shows that we get that are released exclusively on streaming platforms. Netflix throws money at movies. And you get movies and you get TV shows that have good effects, that have large budgets. You have things. I mean, like, I'm picturing like The Boys, like some of the special effects you get in that show. I would say it's equally and easily on par with any superhero movie that's released. You might not have as much spectacle as you did like in something like the most recent Avengers movies, just the scale of the effects used. But I mean, I don't see budgets really being affected as much in the film industry. I still think they'll be able to make money back. I think they'll be able actually to maybe make more money because you're kind of removing an expensive middleman from the equation, actually. So they will make, I think, probably the same amount, maybe even more money, just in kind of a different
subscription fees.
Through subscription fees, through digital rentals, things like that. And people still love watching movies. So if their only option is to, or their only cheap option is to, get them through digital streaming platforms, I think that's still something that's going to be, viable, that people will spend money on. I mean, look at like all the people look at the streaming platforms now with Netflix and Amazon and Hulu and stuff like that.
I already have HBO Max and Hulu, and so I've already bought in before this. So this is just
before we get ahead of ourselves, there's actually two pieces of information that are very important to this news article that's not going to be thrown around with the headline. So two things. One, that every film will be available for only 1 month following the release. So let's say Wonder Woman 1984 or whatever it's called releases on Christmas Day, and it'll be available. It'll go off HBO Max January 25th, or the day after January 25th. One of those 2 days. I'm not sure.
So then at that point, it'll still be in theaters, but
it'll still be in theaters with a normal runtime in the theaters, but it will just be removed from HBO Max after that first month.
Will it be switched to be able to digitally purchase it then after the 30
days? I don't know. That's
or is there going to be kind of a weird limbo period where it's still possible to be in theaters, but they haven't actually released the film digitally? So like there's some
it sounds like it'll be a weird limbo, because it doesn't clarify. It doesn't clarify. So if I had to guess, it'd be the weird limbo, because they're trying to throw theaters that bone, because people are complaining all over the place that, this is the death of theaters, blah blah blah. And also another quick piece of information is that free trial offers are now being removed. So you can't just activate that free trial and watch whatever movie you want and then cancel it. So basically,
can't keep making a new email address.
You have to pay at least $13 for every single movie. Like, if you want to watch it for one movie, you're going to have to pay $13. Which I think
HBO Max is $15 a month. I think
15 a month, maybe. Okay, sure, yeah. Then you're gonna have to at least pay $15 to watch one movie, basically. But it's still,
I've always said HBO Max is a massive amount of value, and I think every family should subscribe to it.
Well, think about it. Like, you have how long to go to the movies with my dad? It'd take $20.
Yep.
Like for me and my dad, but like for one person, sure, it might be a lot, $15 to buy one movie, but
and that gets you all the original programming that HBO's had over dozens of years. Tons of critically acclaimed shows right at your fingertips, plus new movie releases.
We are not sponsored by HBO Max, just in case someone is interpreting Landon's shill attempts.
I love HBO.
Yeah,
I do too. I mean, you got great shows. So
yeah, I wanted to provide some context.
It is home box office. It is the the box office experience from the comfort of your own home.
Okay.
HBO Max.
I'm gonna mute.
$14.99 a month.
Stop.
come for Wonder Woman, stay for everything else. Right?
Are you guys excited then for that, or is that like, does that bum you out? I wish Mick was here, because especially considering Warner Brothers movies, how much he's, that's every DC film. That's a lot of other
that
kind of.
Mick also loves
Flash.
movie theaters, so
Yeah, Mick also is a big lover of the theater. So, I feel like this will definitely affect the amount of films I see in theaters. There'll still be some that I think I would like to see, but not many, I don't think.
most of the movies I like don't really require the theater experience. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really into the big action movies or explosions and stuff that benefit from like bigger screens. I'm more into like smaller films that are more story heavy. So I feel like 55-inch TV at home does just fine. So
Well, it's like, I don't know, like the one movie that I think that I want to see on the big screen, like, is Dune. Dune absolutely is a theater movie. And so it kind of makes me sad that a lot of people are going to watch it at home. Like, because the way my dad and I really want to see it is with like IMAX, basically. And so I understand, I sympathize with people that are, sad that this kind of, this culture, not this culture, but this almost experience is going away. Or possibly.
it's going away. it's over.
I mean, yeah, but I think the one hope is that it's that 1 month like period where people can watch it. So they're like going to be like, oh, I can't wait to watch it on HBO Max. They're going to wait a month. They're going to be like, well, crud, now I got to go watch it in the theater. Then
I think if they really wanted to watch it, though, like if it was something they really wanted to watch, they would watch it probably within the first couple of days it was available.
Right, and I agree with you, but I think that there's going to be that area of people where you kind of have like this line of people where it's like, oh, they each see it at different times. Like, more people see it at the beginning but trickle out, and the theater will get that kind of like leftovers basically, which is not great, but
So
at least it's something.
Is Wonder Woman, is that the first one that they're doing then?
Yeah, starting December 25th.
Dang, that's close.
Yeah, that's in 22 days.
Ooh. I will probably watch it, actually. I don't think I would have gone to theaters to watch it.
We can all watch it on HBO Max, and then we can
Talk about
it on the show.
Well, from where we live, the theaters will probably be shut down anyway, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, our theaters are shut down here in Michigan still, and Washington's are still probably closed. So.
Yeah.
Actually,
So-
I might be in a place that would allow me to watch
yeah,
Wonder Woman in theaters.
So Landon, what's happening with you these upcoming weeks? What
Landon
Christmas
drank the
plans?
Kool-Aid.
What are you going to be
Landon
doing
drank
on
the
Christmas morning?
I'll probably be back here for Christmas, but my work had to let someone go in our Great Falls, Montana branch for reasons I won't say on the show, but they need someone to go to Great Falls, Montana for like a month or so to like kind of hold the fort down while they look for a permanent hire in the area. So I was chosen to go. They asked if I would do it, and I said yes. So Monday morning I'll be heading there for the foreseeable future, probably a month. Who knows?
So how'd they choose you? Like, did they just pull like a name out of a hat? And they were like,
I assume since I'm the only sad sap that works there that's not like married with a family,
I gotcha. Okay.
that
It's because Landon is a company man, and they knew
that's
he
the
has
thing they knew.
unwavering loyalty, and that if they were to ask Landon, he would step up to the plate and say, "Yeah, send me to Montana. I'll do it.
I said I'll dust my cape
Send
off
me
real
to
quick."
Alaska. I'll go to Alaska. Send me to the Yukon. I'll go
What
wherever
about
you want me
loyalty,
to."
Dutch?
Yeah.
Mr. HVAC boss, because I'm a company man.
I don't know. They didn't actually.
It's actually
they-
commercial refrigeration. Oh, we don't do a lot of.
Stop. It is. They did ask me. I think I did have the option to say no. They didn't really have to press me that hard. I've been kind of. I've been pretty bored lately, and this sounds like something different. So
So what different
Plus
things
they-
are you going to do over there?
I can eat at a restaurant in Montana, so
Yeah.
that'll be cool. Maybe I can go see Tenet, which I know I won't, but maybe I will. And
Yeah.
they did financially. They're going to compensate me pretty decently for the time too. So, and at the end of the day, the almighty dollar.
And you know what? The dollar goes way farther in Great Falls, Montana, than it does
Yeah.
in Spokane, Washington. So
Yeah.
really,
Plus-
it's like they're just throwing green at you.
Oh yeah.
No sales tax in Montana.
Oh boy.
I don't think they have
Same way-
laws there too. So if like Landon will be able to get away with so much, it'll be.
They don't
great.
have speed limits. They have suggestions. But like you get over Lookout Pass and like the signs immediately just hit like 80 miles an hour. Like
I
you're
like-
going on like this windy road and you're like, I don't know if I should be going 80.
I like Montana, like some of the mountains there and some of the the forests and the national parks. But it's pretty,
It's the Wild West.
open. Yeah, it kind of is like the Wild West, like one of the very few remnants left.
I feel like I'll be driving
in
down
the
the road
US.
and I'll see some people like hanging another person, like it's like street justice. Like,
Yeah, you need to play.
Oh.
You need to play some Red Dead to practice up, so that you're prepared. So that you know all of the scripts of all those like side quests that happen on the side of the road. So that you're like,
Yeah.
oh no, I don't stop for this guy because this person is gonna jump me. Like I can stop
Yeah.
and help her. Like she'll give me a gun when I'm done.
Well, you don't just have two options though: greet and antagonize.
Like,
and then
I'll take money from this guy, and then I'll get really sick, and
oh no, stop.
No, stop. Yeah.
That'll make me cry,
no.
man. Like,
Landon, so I don't know if this was previously stated on the show or not, but Landon and I work for the same company. So I was sent to Great Falls, Montana for a week back in August.
Yeah,
and
he
it
tried
was
to stay
beautiful
for a month,
over
but he
there.
wasn't strong enough.
No, it only took a week. It only took a week.
they said, "Come back,
But-
boy. We're sending the big
you're,
guns.
you're not ready.
We're sending Browning."
Oh gosh. But yeah, no, it's really beautiful over there. You'd probably love it.
Yeah, I'm excited. Something different. So.
is it in the area? Is it in the area of Montana where there's like actually things like actually?
I
like
think it's
trees
actually.
and stuff?
I think it's in like some field. Like someone said, it's like kind of like Pasco.
It's no, dude. It's
Oh,
kind of
no.
in the middle of nowhere. There's still like mountain ranges around you. And I
Okay,
think
that's
there's
good.
there's hot springs there too. They have like a
Oh.
state park there.
Oh,
I don't know if it's a state park or like what it is, but I tried to go to these hot springs when I was there, and I never made it. Timing and weather. So
There's the Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center and the Children's Museum of Montana there, Landon. Like, sounds like it's going to be a hopping place. Harris Gibson Square Museum of Art. Oh man. Oh, the C.M. Russell Museum. Landon, you're going to have so much culture. Crazy.
So knowledgeable.
I know
Landon's going to
every
come
single-
back to the show, and well, actually, are you going to be able to do the show while you're gone?
I think so. I mean, I think I could just bring my laptop with me, and I could probably bring the soundboard too. I could probably bring all of it if you guys are fine, or I could just bring the laptop and just record from my laptop mic.
And luckily,
Maybe.
Landon's really good with technology, so it'll all go.
He'll set things up so well.
Actually,
I
I'll show you something that you can probably get to use that will be
Oh, okay.
pretty easy and that's pretty cheap. And then that way you don't have to lug around a ton of stuff. And then for
is
the
it readily available at Best Buy?
oh yeah, Best Buy or probably Amazon.
Because I have like very little time to.
Oh yeah,
Prepare.
yeah. We'll talk about
When
it.
do you
We'll talk
ship
about
out?
it later. But
Monday,
you should
right?
be-
What was that?
When do you ship out?
Monday.
Monday. Dang, that's a close turnaround. And this decision was
They
made
wanted me to
yesterday,
go.
right?
They asked if I could go like the day they told me, and I was like, no.
They're like,
Did
do you
they
have a
also
change of
tell you-
close in your work van, Landon? We need you to head to
We
Great
need
Falls
Go now.
right now.
I felt like getting told Wednesday and leaving the following Monday for like an entire month was pretty decent. I'm on
Yeah,
call
that's
this weekend,
pretty
and I didn't
short
want to. I
notice.
didn't want to like kind of screw someone over with having to take my on-call shift. Being a company man and everything.
Wait, you're still gonna do the on call this weekend too?
Yeah, they offered to like take it from me, and I was like, no, it's fine. I can do it.
Man, Landon is so spineless.
Wait, what?
I mean, sorry, Landon is
You
such
mean
a company man.
admirable.
He's
Yeah.
loyal, Dave. Loyal
I
is a
take
good word.
care of my
Is
boys.
so loyal. Because I mean, if there's one thing that companies love to do, it's to respect their employees and the loyalty of their employees.
Stop.
And what's no?
Especially since
No, I
this
was talking
company
about
in the
good things.
past-
I was talking about the good things that companies do, Landon. What?
especially in this company in the past has really respected their employees' wishes, respected their employees' time.
Stop.
I'm just ragging on jobs in general, not Landon's job in particular. I mean,
Oh, I'm ragging on Landon's job. No,
notoriously, employers, it's they're companies. They do what they can. What's a company's purpose?
They need more money.
They need to make money, and how do they do that? By screwing over everybody involved.
I didn't
employees, customers, people who are neither.
Well, my thing was like if I didn't do my on-call week and they were gonna have to find someone else that works there to do it, short notice, which I didn't. I don't know.
And if only there was like a new Weasley employee that they could push around and make do their bidding.
Colby couldn't take my on-call.
Their name rhymes with
I'm
bull.
qualified.
literally too stupid to take Landon's on call.
They fire Colby too. Landon, we need you to come back to Spokane.
Yeah, ASAP.
The weasel messed everything
Can you
up.
leave today?
We'll
I just got
compensate you
here.
heavily.
Yeah.
Landon says, "I'm a company man."
Pays you $200. Like,
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. Hopefully, you come back. Instead of
Who knows? Maybe I don't.
because what happened? Because last time you went to Tri-Cities, and then
I came back.
you came back eventually, but it was
A year.
It
was a while.
took a year.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I don't know why I'm commenting on that because I'm not in Washington. I left in 2016 and haven't come back. So.
But you did see Landon when he was in the Tri-Cities the same, or at least you went to the Tri-Cities to hang out with Landon the same amount of times that I did, which was 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought that was.
I'm a
that's
true
still-
friend.
That still kind of rubs me the wrong way when I think about that. Is that you guys didn't come and see me.
I feel
would
like
come up a lot.
If I was in
weekends.
your position, that would have made beat I'd be like, do these people even give me as their
Considering
friend?
that it's not that far of a drive.
It's like
Well,
2
here's
hours.
the deal.
It's
Yeah,
2
that's
hours.
nothing.
Even coming
So-
down just for the day, not a big deal.
Nah,
Like,
yeah, because
not a big deal
we
at
did
all.
it. We did
We
it.
did it.
It was
Yeah.
day trip. It was fun.
I didn't have a reliable car, and I was a child, so that's my excuse. Will,
I
what's
guess
yours?
that is true.
what time? What year was this?
2017 to 18.
2017.
The worst
18?
year.
No,
ever.
2018 to 19.
If it's 18 to 19, I don't know. I don't really have one.
Yeah, that's right. There's no valid excuse.
What? No, it wasn't 18 tonight. I mean, I don't want to argue about dates on here, but
No, it was March or maybe April of 2018 to March.
Yeah, that's correct.
Definitely
March
not
2019.
April of 2019.
you didn't
Dave,
live in the Tri-Cities in
talking about-
2019, did you?
Towards the end, or I was
at the
2018.
beginning.
Yeah, I came back to Spokane March 2019. I've almost been
Don't
back
question
for
me, Dave.
2 years.
I mean, Colby does have the best memory of anyone
Yeah.
I know.
People really look up to me in
And
my
then
memory.
I'll be leaving for Montana and never coming back starting
I think-
Monday.
I think the one thing, because why I didn't go down is because I usually worked on the weekends, right?
Why are you asking for confirmation? This
And
is your
why did you
alibi.
say usually? Were there times that you didn't?
There were
Here's some
rare
weekends where-
times where I had to take.
Here's what you
off
guys
things,
need to
but-
do,
To
okay?
be fair,
You
I've
guys
seen me in
need
Great Falls.
you guys need to go surprise Landon in Great Falls in one of these weekends when he's
Ah,
I
man,
actually,
I'm so busy.
I'll just
If-
probably be in a decent sized hotel room, but I don't think enough for people to hang out. And it's a 6-hour drive, so I'll understand if you guys don't come to visit me. Even if I was there for a year and you guys didn't come to visit, then that would make more sense. But
I actually feel more inclined to visit you when you're 6 hours away because it's Great Falls. It's location is everything.
That is true. That is true. I will
Like-
side with Colby on
Because
this one.
we can go to Great Falls and then we're probably only 2 hours away from Glacier. So we can
Yeah,
hit up Glacier.
Great Falls is kind of a way cooler place. Not to disparage, the wonderful towns of Kennewick, Pasco,
no, they suck.
and
They suck.
but
so bad.
they're
Richland.
kind
You
of
forgot
crap
about
holes.
Richland.
They're kind of crap holes.
The Pacific
It's a terrible
Northwest is an
place full of
interesting.
terrible people.
The Pacific Northwest is an interesting hodgepodge of terribleness and beautifulness.
Well,
Like,
the
there's,
yeah.
well, here's the
no
thing: is
between.
it's kind of a weird desert portion of Washington. There's a lot of beautiful Washington, and the Tri-Cities is kind of in the middle of all of the part that's not beautiful.
They should have never built towns there.
It's just a little too much of a wasteland. Spokane's nice
Yeah.
because you're on the border of mountains and beautiful forests. You have great rivers and stuff, and then you have the other side of the state, which is even more gorgeous with all of the mountains and forests and everything, and then the ocean and
couple
like
volcanoes.
yeah. You have volcanoes, but then you have the Tri-Cities.
It's literally
You got
so
one
unholy
hill
trinity.
brown.
You have one
It's-
hill over there called
it's-
Badger Mountain, and it's one heck of a hike.
It's terrible.
Yeah, because when we visited, in that year that was 2018 or 2019,
It was 2018 to 2019.
Landon and Colby and Ben and we went on a magnificent hike. And
That was
then,
a fun
Dude, it
time.
was so terrible.
and then we
It
got
was
to the
so
top
hot.
and we could see just how gorgeous the surrounding Tri-City area was.
There's like legitimately nothing to do in the Tri-Cities. It's just desert
Yeah,
and like a
but it's
crappy
okay. You had
knockoff.
fun. while you
Anyway,
were there. At
so-
least it was a good year.
Did I?
If your job sends you back to Tri-Cities,
No, no.
what does
No.
company man Landon say?
If they like asked me to go down there, I'd be like,
What if they give you $1 million to go down?
Okay, well, yes, of course. If they gave me $1 million, yes, I would do that.
Wow, what a sellout, dude.
How much? I mean, I feel like my move to the
You start
Tri-Cities,
doing
while
commercials for like Activia too.
my time in the Tri-Cities was miserable, but like the financial gains were, I think, the sacrifice was worth it.
Was it worth it for your mental health and your well-being and how it's affected you?
I've came back even stronger.
You came back from the brink.
Yeah, there's no way to get stronger until you get just beaten to like a bloody pulp on the ground and you're just almost dead, and then you slowly come back to life, and then you're stronger. Like you're like 0.5% stronger than you were before, and you're like, this was worth it.
Landon, I will say though, while you were in the Tri-Cities, you didn't do anything down there, and we actually didn't do anything without you up here. Like the only time we really hung out, like as a big friend group, was when you came to town. Like we didn't really go out to eat like we usually do.
Yeah, that's one thing I learned after I moved away. Is it you guys had a long time before you started like getting together to do stuff, which
Yeah.
kind of bummed
We don't
me
like
out
change.
because there's there's
I didn't want to leave you out, Dave.
well, thank you, but I think part of the problem, like honestly, is I did a lot of the planning. And when you had the person that was the primary planner,
I feel like after you left, I took up that mantle a little bit, and then
I knew
once
that when I
left-
was going to bring that topic up, like Landon was going to portray himself as some kind of hero.
you knew he was going to say man. You knew he was going to say
He's like,
mantle
"I
at
stepped-
some point.
stepped up.
It's true though. It's true.
I'm the leader of the friend group now. Like,
That's
no,
what the
we use
leaders
you
do.
for a
The
spot to
leaders
hang out
get
and sometimes
too
you
strong where
buy
they
us
have to
food.
leave and start a new group. Like
Yeah,
Dave left
yeah,
and
that they
started
have to
this new
leave
group.
and
So
go
what's
to a
the
new
name
time
of
zone.
Dave's new group? Like,
It's the Parker family. It's just me and Bree,
wow.
or Bree and
Wow,
me.
lame.
Yeah. Recruitment has not been going well.
oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Well,
People don't like being controlled in Michigan, or what?
I guess it's just it is what it is.
I'm sorry to hear
There,
that.
there's too much rivalry between MSU and University of Michigan that no one cares about anything else here. And because I don't care anything about collegiate sports, I don't have much to contribute to those type of conversations.
Collegiate sport loyalty might be the dumbest thing on planet Earth.
I'm not a fan of collegiate sport loyalty. I'm sure it's great because you have some sense of communities that you can be part of, but when you're someone who's not part of that, like
When
me
you're
coming in
the
as an
other side,
outsider, like I do not care at all about MSU
like it's
or
okay
U of M.
to have your boys and root for them actively, but it's not okay to take it to the extreme.
which most people take it to the extreme.
Yeah,
Right, like, it's
is
not a
that an
rivalry,
American
it's a
thing?
game.
Is that a sports thing? Because I mean,
No, people are
other
just
pockets
stupid.
of them. Because other pockets
It's
of
like a mob mentality thing. Like it's like identity. It's like child's first identity politics. Like you go to a school, you're like, oh, I root for this team. Anybody that roots for other teams, stupid.
it's just finding some sense of community and something that you can agree on, and
You want to belong.
and agreeing that the other people
You
all
like,
suck.
yeah. You like cool uniforms that you can dress up in, and you can root for something. And anybody
Isn't
that
this the
looks different
same?
than you.
Like, this is like the same route as nationalism. Like,
I would say that a lot of people that are really heavily into sports are probably more likely to be nationalistic. That would be my guess, because they have kind of that inherent attachment to certain type of groups or ideologies, and then it's easier for them to kind of dismiss others. So I would say there's. I mean, I know you're joking, but I'm saying it's probably much more likely.
There's probably
a blind loyalty.
Yeah, like a blind look, kind of a cult mentality, maybe. Or maybe not that.
Sure
far,
sounds like a dangerous ideology to associate with. Right?
No, I'm sorry, we don't talk about ideologies on the show, so we're gonna move on.
We're not the ideology.
We're not the ideology podcast.
Ideology.
Colby and Will have finally started watching Mandalorian, so you guys are catching up somewhat.
Yep.
Where are you guys right now? I think you guys might be on the same episode.
They were same spot. I finished episode 3.
Yeah, I just finished episode 3 a couple hours ago.
Which one is that one again? Can you refresh?
The one with super cool lady, Bo-Katan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super cool lady.
they're on the Squid Planet, like the Admiral Akbar.
Yeah. And then the Mando has to help out the other Mandalorians.
And that's what he finds out. He's like kind of in a cult.
Yeah, like the biggest Chuck E. Cheese meme of like all time for Mando. Like
he's like, wait, we can
know what was happening under that helmet.
It's okay to
he
take
says,
off our helmet.
Where did you get that armor?
You're not Mandalorians because you have some specific way of life.
And they're like, he's one of them. He's a cult.
It's like, huh?
I think Landon said that on
Like
this show a couple weeks ago.
Kid. Like,
yeah.
No, I think he's gonna have an identity crisis pretty soon.
Man, I want to talk about recent stuff, but
well, in episode 5 when he strangles Baby Yoda to death, like pretty messed up.
Because you're all caught up, aren't you?
Spiral into
Landon?
insanity, right, Landon?
Yeah, I think I watched the last.
Yeah, there was big stuff that happened last week. There's some very big reveals. Or one big particular reveal. But we will not talk about that right now because I don't want to ruin that for Colby and Will. But you guys should catch up. I mean,
was the 6th episode, or is that tomorrow, Friday?
6 episodes tomorrow.
I think.
Yep.
Okay, so I have 3 to watch this weekend.
Yeah, you got to like jump on that, because Landon's going to be gone, so we have to have something to all experience together and talk about. Because the theaters can't go watch movies anymore. What are we going to talk about?
Will's going to be jobless forever.
We can only talk about pop culture stuff, so that's all we can.
We don't have a lot of time left, but Landon and I did watch a movie. We watched Prospect, which was on Netflix. Did you want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, how'd you like it?
It was good. It's, for those who don't know, it's this science fiction movie. It has very little characters in it. It basically just follows this girl and her father, who are basically like space prospectors. They go around and kind of extract these little, they're almost like eggs or gems or something from these kind of
creatures. They have to like take it from like a creature, and there's like a whole process to it. But
it was a very heavy like kind of just like a character movie, but it had good kind of like atmosphere and world
good vibes.
Building, but it was also like a pretty low budget, so there wasn't a lot of big effects or anything, but it kind of it helped you kind of focus more on the characters because you weren't distracted by a lot of big spectacle. But I thought the actress who played the main character, she was really good.
Had Mando in it.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal's in it. He plays kind of this sort of antagonist / you're not quite sure who he is really. But you are the one that told me about it. So what were your thoughts on the movie?
I thought it was great. I love sci-fi movies that are like smaller scale stories where it's not some grand like save the world escapade kind of thing. Like this was like a couple characters, and you get little snippets of what the greater universe is kind of like in this movie, but you don't get enough to like almost take the mystique away from it, like the mystery of it. Like there's like cool technology that they use, like the medical treatment they have, like the med kits and stuff that they use to repair their armor and like the equipment, and just the process of like mining the gems was really cool. I don't know. I'm just a big fan of sci-fi where it takes a smaller scale approach to everything, and the characters were interesting, and even there wasn't much special effects, but I liked the when they were shown. It was pretty practical.
One thing in that movie that was really I don't know if it's because there wasn't a lot of other effects or something, but the guns in the movie were very formidable. They were very scary, I thought, for something where you have guns in so many movies that they're not something that there has a presence, and
Yeah.
there was something about these that like every shot fired was very very scary.
It was scary.
At least,
Well, because
at
like you
least
see the
for me,
effects sometimes, like when someone gets shot by it, like the damage done is like pretty catastrophic.
yeah,
Realistic.
yeah, and because
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Hotkeys podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Castbox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Visit our website, www.hotkeyspodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter at Hotkeys Podcast and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/HKHotkeys. Please like and review us and subscribe to the show on whichever platforms you use. Finally, you can contact us via email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com.